What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. Excuse me. Now, before we get started with today's video, the road to 200 subs has now come to a close, and we're now on the road to 500 subs. Who knows? Maybe we might hit 500 subs by the end of the month, which is excuse me, which is basically the end of the year. I doubt it, but only time will tell. But as I have said in previous videos, if this channel does get to 500 subs, I will open up this Korean LOB booster box in its entirety on the channel that I got from my partners at Collector Store. So be sure to check them out. Link and address will be in the description below. By checking them out, not only does it support them, it also supports the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. On the hopes to potentially pull a Blue Eyes White Dragon, a Dark Magician, a Red Eyes Black Dragon, a piece of Exodia, Monster Reborn, Pot of Greed. The possibilities are out there. However, if this channel gets to 1,000 subs, I will open up this first edition Toon Chaos box in its entirety on the channel that I also got from my partners at Collector Store, on the hopes to potentially pull a collector's rare out of this set. But it wouldn't be the first time that I pulled a collector's rare, because I also pulled this. Freshly pulled out of my Genesis Impact box opening that I did several months back is a collector's rare Beat Cop from the Underworld. This thing is absolutely beautiful. Obviously, the centering is a bit off from top to bottom, but honestly, it really doesn't make much of a damn. I am going to be getting this card graded, but I never really came up with a good opportunity to do so. But I will be getting it graded. As far as when, who knows. But with that being said, if you guys want to see these boxes get opened, maybe you guys want more episodes of WWE's Biggest Issue. Maybe you guys want more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue. Deck profiles. Do not get it twisted. Deck profiles, card discussions, WWE topic videos, or maybe, just maybe, you guys want some premium live event predictions and results. Well, if you guys want all of that and more, my channel is the place to be. So if you guys are new to the channel, and I know that a lot of you guys are, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, smash that thumbs up button on this video, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. My ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It'll also be in the description as well. And I want you guys to post in the comments below answering the question of the day, which in a way it kind of ties with today's video. But I wanted to get your guys' opinion on something that's gonna be for tomorrow's episode of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue, which is this. So in a way, it kind of does tie with today's video, but it's a preview of tomorrow's video. So the question of the day is this: which of these Premium Pack 24 cards would you guys like to see become a reprint in a future structured act? Let me know down in the comments below. And guys, Premium Pack 24 has become extremely impressive. And we have 6 brand new cards to talk about in today's video. And without any further ado, let's get straight into it. Kicking things off, we got Electrode Beast Cathion, which is a 2-star Light Thunder with 300 attack and 100 defense. And both of its effects are once per turn. And the first effect says, if this card is normal summon, you can activate this effect. You cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except Light Exceeds monsters, and add 1 Electro Beast Anion from your deck or grave to your hand. Then, after this effect resolves, you can normal summon a level 4 or lower Thunder monster. Second effect reads, you can target one other Thunder monster you control. This card's level becomes the same as that monster's until the end of the turn. So funny enough, this is essentially a one card Exceed summon. Excuse me. And you can instantly go into your rank 4 plays, your rank 5 plays. It all depends on what Thunder monsters you have on board. So again, it all just depends, but honestly, that's actually pretty cool. And funny enough, I believe what's a good light thunder? Like Battery Man? Like what? The Battery Man deck might be one deck that could work with these cards. It's possible, but it's a bit of a gimmicky effect, if you will. But next up we have Electrode Beast, and Anion. 2-star Light Thunder, 300 attack, 100 defense. And both of its effects are also once per turn. The first effect says, if this card is normal summon, you can make this card become level 4. Then you can add 1 Spirit Converter from your deck or grave to your hand. Second effect says you can target one other card you control, send both this card and that card to the grave, and if you do, draw 1 card. So in a way, it's essentially a 2-for-1, which is a bit too conditional. But what's cool about this is that this is essentially your spell like spell and trap rota for the whole deck, which is absolutely insane. So not much else to say about that. I will say it is a bit, again, it's a bit conditional because you need to add these cards with Light Thunder specifically, which I believe the only archetype is like Battery Man, I believe. You know what? Let me go into Nexus and see. Give me 1 second, you guys. Give me 1 second. Okay. And I'm in. Okay, I'm in. I am in. So now we're gonna go to deck. And we're gonna pick a random one. I'll pick this one. Actually, no. Let's go Light Thunder. Was it? Yeah. We'll go monster ability. Nope. Category. No. Type. Thunder. And we'll go light. So let us take a look at the archetypes that can benefit. So let's take a look. Okay, yeah, so I was right. I was right. I was right. Battery Man is one. Thunder Dragons, funny enough. And the Watts. Funny enough, the Watts. So those are like those are probably 3 of the biggest archetypes that you can use that they can be used in are Thunder Dragon, Battery Man, and Watts. Those are like the 3 main archetypes that that can work. Although I will admit it again, it's as I said, it's a bit too conditional, because you do need quite a bit of setup, but it's still pretty they're still pretty decent, if you will. But speaking of electros, the next card up, these next two cards actually belonged in the manga to none other than Axel Brody. So the first of his new cards are, first one up is Electro Gunner, which is a 4-star fire machine with 1800 attack, 1400 defense, and the first effect is a once per turn. Actually, both of its effects are once per turn. The first effect says, if you normal or special summon a fire monster, you can special summon this card from your hand, then send one level A pyro from your deck to the grave. So not only is this a Cyber Dragon, but this is also a Foolish Burial, just rolled into one, which is absolutely insane. But the second effect is interesting. Once per turn, if a spell card is activated, you can make all fire monsters you currently control gain 300 attack. So in a way, again, it's Cyber Dragon, Foolish Burial, with a bit of mage power, which is absolutely insane. So again, it's kind of like mage power, but the only difference is that it's not for each card on board. It's all fire monsters you have on board gain 300 attack, which is, it's not bad, but that second effect could have been just a little bit better in my personal opinion. But next up we have Division. Yeah, literally that's the name of the card, Division. 2-star fire machine, 200 attack and defense, and both of its effects are once per turn. The first effect says you contribute all face-up division you control, special summon machine tokens, which are 1-star fire machine with 200 attack and defense, up to twice the number tributed. Each time one is destroyed, your opponent takes 500 damage. If this card, that's the first effect. The second effect says, if this card becomes banished, you can target any number of tokens you control, destroy them. So again, it's a bit too conditional. It's probably like one of the worst cards in this set, in the Axel Brody archetype. But what's cool about this is that the tokens, you can use them to go into cards like IP. You can go into a Link Haribo, and this card plus another token, you can even also go into into a Nightmare Phoenix, pitch a card from your hand, and then just MST one of your opponent's cards. And not only that, but because that you have three Link monsters on board, you can use all three of them, literally the Phoenix, the IP, and the Link Haribo, to go into a potential Unchained Abomination, and you have essentially the ultimate board wipe right out the bat, which is absolutely insane. Again, this card, it's a bit too conditional, because you need to have multiple copies of this card on board. It's a bit conditional, but it's a good way to go into your Link Haribo plays, your IP plays, and whatnot. So it's pretty cool. And now it appears that Yusei Fudo from 5Ds has a couple of new cards, which are the last two that I'll be talking about in today's video. And the first one up is Synchro Creed. Not Greed, Creed. There's a bit bit there's a difference. And the difference is obviously the wording. Anyway, Creed is a normal spell with a once per turn effect that says if a synchro monster is on the field, draw one card. Then if there are 3 or more synchro monsters on the field, you can draw one more card. So in a way, this is essentially your pot of greed for the whole deck. Literally, for the entire, like, Stardust deck. Which is absolutely insane. Or actually, funny enough, I believe my Dark World deck can actually work with this card because of the fact that my Dark World deck doesn't have a pot of greed effect. I think, like, the only pot of greed would be, like, what? Bro, Huntsman of Dark World, but I'm not even running that card because it's a bit too conditioned. Because it won't work with the tuners that I have in the deck. But this card actually might just work. I'm gonna have to try it out. But again, essentially, it's just your typical pot of greed, which is pretty cool. But now for the last card to talk about for today's video, and it is known as Gathering Light, which is a continuous spell, and it has 3 separate effects. The first one reads, you can banish one monster you control and one power tool synchro monster, or a level 7 or 8 dragon synchro in your grave. Then target one card your opponent controls, destroy it. Again, it's a bit too conditional. It's not the best card, not the best effect, but it's not the worst either. The second effect says level 7 or higher synchro monsters you control gain 400 attack for each of your banished level 7 or higher synchro monsters. Alright, that's not bad. Third effect says, once per turn, if you have a banished synchro monster, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can negate the attack. Honestly, that right there is probably like the best effect that this card could ever have. Because the first 2 effects, I mean, again, they're a bit too conditional. You're basically breaking your own board in order to break your opponent's, which that's something you don't want to see. But if your opponent's board is a lot stronger than yours, and you know that you're gonna lose, then it's probably one of the best effects out there. Mainly because of the fact that it's a way to stop your opponent's from just essentially just going full combo, basically, which is pretty cool. But other than that, it's a bit gimmicky in my personal opinion. But with that being said, guys, that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more card discussions in the future, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all of my social media. My ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It'll also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.